Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to be happy. And I have ranked the most important things to be happy and to the least important things. The most important is comparison, then it goes health, conscience, purpose, freedom, thoughts, and then money and achievements. And I'll explain this all later. So, comparison. This is the most important thing to happiness. The Buddhists really got this correct. I'll explain that in a sec. Why is com- what you, why is comparison so important? So I'll explain this to you. Uh, at at first, I had the blues because I had no shoes. But then I met someone on the street who had no feet. So you can be happy with very little. It just depends on what you compare yourself to. If you compare yourself to someone that's really happy on Facebook, or there's all these people posting real happy pictures on Facebook, if you compare yourself to them, you might not feel as happy. If you compare yourself to someone with that has a bad disability, or someone that's in a really bad spot, you'll feel better. Or you could compare yourself to uh, where you could be. You could be poor, you could be broke, you could not have a roof over your head. This is kind of like appreciate the small things, and this can really trump anything. Like your your happiness really depends on how you where you compare yourself to. So if you appreciate where you are in your life, even maybe you're poor or something, if you just compare yourself to something less or others that are less, then you'll feel better. It doesn't matter how low you are in life. Just remember to compare yourself to something that's lower. Be appreciative. The Buddhists do really well with this because uh, they know that being happy is about controlling your desires. If you desire fame and money and cars, whatever, and you don't get those things, you're gonna feel sad. But if you just compare yourself to, um, someone just sitting alone in the desert that has no possessions or anything, uh, you're gonna feel all right. And so that's why you see a lot of Buddhists that they don't believe in possessions or anything. Or you can, if you can control your desires then and your expectations, then you can be happy with anything. So that's at the top of the list because it can just trump everything. So the next thing on the list is your health. So if someone is sick, they really only have one thing they care about, and that's to be healthy. So make sure you're healthy. Make sure you're lifting weights, doing cardio, eating well. Don't try not to get sick too much. Don't be obsessed with not being sick, because everyone's gonna get sick sometimes. Um, don't be obsessed with being super clean or staying away from germs, because your body actually needs those things to develop a strong immune system, for your body to get stronger. This will elevate your all of these hormones. So your endocrine system is really responsible for making you feel happy. A lot of these are like happy juices, the dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin. Those will kind of determine whether you'll feel happy or not. A lot of drug addicts, they really mess with this system. So if you take whatever cocaine, or I don't know what happy drugs there are, you're kind of messing with that system. And I think it's important to just try and stay as healthy as you can, so that those can stay even. A great thing that Scott Adams said was that when you're going out to exercise or lift weights or anything, you're not spending any energy. You're gaining energy. So when you go out to exercise, think about it as you're going out to recharge your batteries. You're gaining energy, and that's really the truth about that. And next was your conscience. So to be happy, you need to have a good conscience, I think. So that's kind of arguable. Does everyone really have a conscience? Some people don't have a conscience, but for me at least, and most people, we like to believe that we're the hero in our story, in our life. If you're the hero, if you're doing good, you'll feel good. If you're doing bad things, you'll feel bad. This really comes down to having reciprocal relationships in your life, making sure that when you're taking things from people, that you're giving back as well. So if you're giving too much to someone, you're gonna feel negative towards that person. They're gonna feel worth less. You're gonna feel better, like you're better than them, and so you don't want that. And if you're taking too much from someone and you're not giving enough back, there's an imbalance there. You're gonna feel like you're not good enough. You're worth less, and you're probably going to have negative feelings towards the person that's giving you all these things. And so it's I think it's important to have reciprocal relationships, perfectly even, as close to even as you can get, and that's those are the healthiest relationships, and will make you happy, or content at least. So I want to be good. What does good mean? Good is really comes from universal ethics. Yeah, it can also come from religion and other things, but really the basics of being good is in universal ethics. So if you believe that truth is a universal good, let's say you tell a lie to someone, you are depending on them believing that you are telling the truth. And so when you're telling a lie to someone, and that you're really taking advantage of that person, because they think you're telling the truth, you're tricking them, you're messing with them, and none of us like to be tricked like that. And if you want someone to lie to you, it's not really a lie. So be honest with people. Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. Another example we could think of with how to be good is like don't kill someone. Okay, don't murder is a better word, because no one wants to be murdered. If you murder someone, you're gonna have a really that's a bad relationship. You're not gonna feel like you're a good person. Okay, on to the next thing. To be happy, you want to make sure that you have a purpose in life. I know for sure that God made you and there's a purpose for you being here. I know that 100% sure. And to see my reasoning behind that, you can go and look at my video on purpose that I did recently. To be happy, you need a purpose, or you should have a purpose. Well, it'll make you happy, more happy to have a purpose, like having a family, having a religion, a group to follow, a job, or just improving yourself in general will make you happier. So the next one is freedom. The more freedom you have, the happier you will be in general. Everyone knows when you have to go to work in the morning, you don't feel as free, you're not going to be as happy. And so you want to have the most freedom you can in your life, and you'll feel more happy. The slaves are sad, and a way you could be more free is don't be around people that are jerks. Be around people you could be yourself around. Don't be around people that you feel like you have to lie to. Be around people that you feel free around. You can be around people that you can say whatever you want and feel comfortable around them. That will improve your happiness a lot. Yeah, don't be around jerks, because you won't feel as free around jerks. You know, they're gonna tell you what to do. They're gonna they're gonna put constrictions on you. Your thoughts. All of us have negative thoughts that creep up, and you want to be aware of those thoughts that pop up in your head. And I learned from Norman Vincent Peale to take those thoughts, cut them out as best you can, and replace them with good thoughts. You can read about this in Norman Vincent Peale's book, The Power of Positive Thinking. Positive thinkers get positive results. All of his books are really great for thinking positively and being happy. And I really recommend his books. So be aware of your thoughts, especially the negative ones. Try to cut them out, replace them with good thoughts. So I put money near the bottom of the list, because you don't need a lot of money to survive. Of course, you do need money to survive, but if you can just get barely enough, you could live a perfectly happy life. And this goes on to the next thing, achievements. So money is like an achievement. It's really the bottom of the list on the importance to happiness. And this might be surprising to you. So a lot of people, they're chasing the they want a hot wife, they want a nice car, they want a big house, they want kids or whatever achievements, and they're constantly chasing something. They're never content. So they'll tell themselves, when I get blank, then I'll be happy. But they never get there. And so it's a forever pursuit, and they're never going to achieve their goal, and they're not going to be happier. So life is chaotic. So if you're pointing at something that you want to, right, before I talk about that, a lot of people, after they achieve, if they get the wife and they get the car, they get the house, they get the kids, afterwards a lot of people get depressed after that, because they're like, okay, well, I got it all. Well, what's next? Like, that was the purpose of my life. Like, what else do I do now? Like, and then they get very sad. Another thing is, life is very chaotic. You might never reach those goals, and so you're gonna feel like a loser if you don't get it. So what you want to do, if you want to be more happier, is you point at something that's more general, and don't say like, oh, I want a mansion and I want to be famous, or whatever. Say something like, every day I want to practice guitar, and every day you're going to achieve that. It's I got this from Scott Adams. He says, have systems, not goals. And it's from the book How to Fail at Everything and Still Win Big. I recommend that book highly. And if you set up systems every day, you're going to be a winner. So if you practice programming every day, you're pointing yourself in a general direction. You're not saying, I want to make it rich as a programmer. You're just going to program every day. Every day you'll achieve that, and you'll feel good, and you'll be pointing in general. You might become a very wealthy programmer, you might not, but the system is what's important. If you're just doing that system, you'll feel happier. So to conclude, follow these things in order, and I think you'll have a much happier life. Thanks so much for watching this video. Have a good one.